Hello everyone! Pineair and Apple here with the next show I'm reviewing. DC's live-action, in quotation marks, adaptation of the Teen Titans, simply named Titans. Probably dropped the teen part since only 30% of them are actually teenagers in this show. Unlike the shows such as Teen Titans or Teen Titans Go, this takes place in a world where the Titans had already broken up. That was quick. Nightwing, or Robin, and Raven take up the main protagonist roles, but that doesn't mean our other characters get shafted in favour of them, even if the balance of their screen time is a little strange. This show also seemed to try and start a new joint universe called the DC Universe, which just turned into a streaming platform instead. And the only other show they had was Doom Patrol, which was advertised in Season 4, but it had really no connection to this. That's not really stupid, just strange. So now we have that out of the way, let's get to one of DC's most divisive shows, Titans Episode 1. Titans. Yeah, that's the episode's name as well. What a great start. We start in a nightmare sequence with Raven, aka Rachel Roth, played by Tegan Croft, slowly investigating a spooky carnival, where she sees a vision of the Flying Graysons doing their trapeze routine. Oh no, I watched Batman Forever, I know where this is going.
I'll get drive-through.
I mean, they said the show is dark, but really? As expected, we see the haunting visual of Dick Grayson, or Robin Nightwing, played in this show by Brenton Thwaites, losing his parents. Well, if anything good came from this, at least the family we see die at the start of a DC property isn't the Waynes this time.
Easy.
This is well composed, and the lack of any diegetic sounds adds to the darkness of this vision. But the soundtrack is so loud it becomes kinda goofy. Something that should not be said when describing dead parents. I think if the soundtrack was a little more underplayed in this scene, it would add greater to the dramatic weight. Rachel wakes up from this dream to be greeted by her mother, played by someone my dad mistook for Snow White from Once Upon a Time. And it seems visions like this are a regular thing for them. But her mother seems kind enough, so I'm sure she will last at least one episode. Nope. Well, they do have their share of problems, as shown in this pretty well done shot. They honestly did very well in making the Christian stuff here look in place, unlike something like the Conjuring movies. We now move to current day Dick. Wow, it's gonna be painful not to make penis jokes throughout this entire show, as he seemingly stakes out some criminals with his suit on his back seat. He works as a police detective by day who dislikes having a partner due to his last one. Uh-oh, daddy issues. Speaking of daddy issues, we jump back to Rachel and her mum, who seems to have a lot to cope with dealing with the spawn of Satan. I mean, an emo teen. No, that last one was about right. Her mum isn't holding up so well, but Rachel and her have an uneasy relationship due to Rachel's out-of-control power, and her mother's more than damaging coping mechanisms, but overall they seem to relate pretty well apart from this scene.
Rachel, just please pray with me, please.
No more praying. No more lying. Tell me what you're not, Mom.
It seems her classmates are stereotypically arse-holic, especially this one whose name is Kyle, so that makes a lot of sense.
Fucking do this shit, dude.
She gets more demonic visions, this time while awake, as if her life wasn't already hard enough. As I showed before, her mum is held at gunpoint by a man who seems to know a lot about them. Her mum is revealed to not be her birth parent, but before we get more on that, yeah. Rachel understandably freaks out with some strange effects and runs. Damn, that is bloody. It seems like those Dick is chasing are child abusers who are freed by the law, and he decides to right this wrong by kicking their asses as Robin. And my god, is this fight scene pretty good. Dick's inferiority complex is fed here as they instinctively are more afraid of Batman than him. But not for long as he hands their asses back to them. With a lot of CGI blood effects.
Fuck Batman.
I honestly think stuff like this is trying to overcompensate from the jokey preset that Marvel have set up with their rich smorgasbord of superhero movies. So it comes off as a little cringy here when paired with the dark hue it's going for. But personally, it's just the mix of schlock and broodiness I want to see from a dark adaptation of the Teen Titans. Dick puts on a record because he's a hipster. Yeah, that's actually important in Season 2. And it's clear he has some anger issues. But let's be honest, after his life, it's understandable. His fellow cops seem to dislike the idea of having a freak vigilante in their town, but we are bumped back to Rachel heading Dick's way, so it seems their suspicions are justified, in that trouble follows when there's a masked hero around. Rachel is helped by a lovely lady towards a youth centre for Rachel to stay the night, but she seems to be pretty suspicious, and the demon in Rachel's shadow advises her to get the fuck out of there. And she gets herself taken to the station instead. Dick and his new partner share a little screen time, but he is paired with Rachel afterwards. He is understandably a little unnerved with her knowledge of his circus past, but that waits on the back burner as we jump to Corey Anders, or Starfire, played by Anna Diop, waking up from a car crash with no knowledge of how she got there. Apparently, people have problem with Starfire being played by someone black, and with the whole hair thing she has going on. Honestly, I don't mind, but her hair does look a little ridiculous, but I think I can get over that. She is shot at from an upcoming car, but just kind of jogs away. Oh wow, these are definitely Russians. Look at that Adidas fleek. She gets away and searches for some kind of identification, and finds her passport, but she clearly still has no idea of who she really is. But finds a hotel pass and heads there for some answers. Although, for someone who has no memory, she is very good at bullshitting her way past obstacles, and finding her way to this hotel for that matter. It seems she is some kind of rich, as she has the whole top floor to herself. Wow. And finds this man in her closet. All she gets from this man is that she was looking for a girl, and that they now know her location, and that there is a man who she betrayed, but is clearly interested in her, and a sleazeball. A fight ensues, but with some superpowers and decent choreography, she overpowers him, and makes a runner for this creep guy, and snapping this dude's neck. Okay. And she's the good guy, right? And so's Dick.
Fuck Batman.
Yeah, they don't have a very good track record. Back with the other two, Rachel tells Dick what happened to her mother, and we get some haunting flashbacks of Dick's past. He elects to investigate her mother, but ignores her pleas for help and just leaves her at the station. Apparently, the mayor even wants Robin gone, but Dick's partner asks him some questions about his last partner, but it seems he disagreed with how much he was becoming so much like Bruce. I mean, he doesn't say Bruce or Batman, but of course that's who he's talking about. This random cop, whose face is not shown on camera, starts to move her, but subdues her quickly and drives away with Dick in pursuit. Meanwhile, Corey arrives at this douche's club, and he freaks out. But Corey has no idea what's going on. Not understanding her memory loss, paired with a broken heart, he elects to shoot her. But all this does is awaken her firepower. Please forgive that pun. But she leaves them so crispy they stay standing up. Now, with a photo and confirmation, Corey sets out to find Rachel. Speaking of Rachel, she's currently tied up in this disused building by this cop creep and the man who killed her mother. He's quite delusional and gives her some prophecy, you know, the usual shtick. She will end the world because of something, she will unleash her power, yada 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 yada. But Dick comes to the rescue, and Rachel, using her ghost encounter CGI, makes quick and ghastly work of that creep. Dick frees her and she begs for his help, and he takes her with him to somewhere safe, wherever that might be. And Raven ends her appearance in the episode with a great line.
My mom says there's no such thing as monsters. I think she was wrong.
At the very end, we get a short scene to set up future episodes, where this inept security guard finds a green lion looking for the latest PS4 exclusive.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have had that reaction too. But it turns out this is not a beast, but a beast boy, or Gar, who is played by Ryan Potter. The episode ends there, and I have to say, the theme is a little generic, but I think it's a banger. Overall, I think this episode is a great opener, setting up how our characters think and setting up their journeys quite well. But it does suffer a small bit from some strange lines trying to show itself as this dark, brooding...
Fuck Batman.
Yeah, that. But overall, I think this problem pales in comparison to the positives. I give episode 1 of Titans, an 8.5 out of 10. Thank you everybody so much for watching my review of Titans episode 1. Please like the video if you liked it, leave a comment down below if you wish, and remember to subscribe to my channel. And if you do, hit the notification bell so you're told every single time that I make an upload. Once again, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
Toast. A little piece of toast. Because there's so much to choose from. There's brown bread, white bread, all sorts of wholemeal bread. It comes in funny packages with writing on the side.